What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a marathon of some of the most unbelievable, unhinged, and straight-up legendary stories from Reddit. We have stories today that will make you want to throw your phone across the room. We are talking about a friend who tried to turn a simple dinner party into a profitable business by charging her guests an entry fee. We have a mother-in-law who was so toxic, she actually stole a sentimental baby name to give it to her favorite daughter. And finally, we have a man who discovered a glitch in his bank account that made him an accidental millionaire. Does he keep it? Does he run? We are going to find out. Make sure you settle in, grab a snack, and let's get into the first story. Because it is a wild ride from start to finish. Story 1. The Dinner Party Invoice. Our first story comes from the subreddit Choosing Beggars, and it is titled, "My friend charged us an entry fee for her housewarming dinner." The original poster writes, "I have a friend from college named Lydia. We've known each other for 5 years, and she's always been a bit focused on money, but nothing prepared me for this. Lydia recently bought a small apartment and invited 10 of us over for a housewarming dinner. In the group chat, she was acting like a world-class chef. She told us she was preparing a 5-course gourmet meal and specifically told us, quote, 'Do not bring any food, just bring your favorite bottle of wine and an appetite,' end quote. So we all show up. We brought expensive wine, flowers for her new place, and we were expecting a great night. The food comes out, and honestly, it was fine. It was just basic pasta with tomato sauce, a side salad, and some bread. It was definitely not a 5-course gourmet meal. We had a good time talking, but then the night took a very weird turn. As we were all standing by the door getting our coats and saying our goodbyes, Lydia didn't say thanks for coming. Instead, she pulled out her phone, opened her Venmo app, and stood in front of the door like a security guard. She said, and I am not joking, "Okay, guys, I calculated the cost of the ingredients and my labor for the night. It comes out to $50 per person. Please Venmo me before you leave so I don't have to chase you down later. Can you guys believe this? $50 for pasta?" I am sitting here thinking, Lydia, did you buy the tomatoes from a secret garden in the mountains of Italy? $50 times 10 guests is $500. There is no way that pasta costs more than $40 total. She literally tried to make a $460 profit off her closest friends. Let us look at what the internet had to say because the comments are honestly the best part. User Reddit Lawyer said, "This isn't a friend, this is a scam artist. A housewarming party is a gift to your friends, not a way to pay your mortgage." Another user named Petty Queen wrote, "I would have handed her back the bottle of wine I brought, which cost $30, and told her to subtract it from my bill. Seriously though, what is wrong with people? If you invite people to your house, you are the host. Hosting means you provide the food. If you can't afford it, you ask for a potluck where everyone brings a dish. You don't ambush your friends at the door like a debt collector." I think the most insane part is that she charged for her labor. Since when do we charge friends for our time spent hanging out? Should I start sending invoices to my friends when we watch a movie? $50 for my time spent sitting on the couch? It's pure insanity. The original poster updated the story later saying that Lydia actually sent follow-up texts to the people who didn't pay, threatening to take them to small claims court. Imagine being a judge and hearing a case about unpaid pasta. That would laugh her out of the room. What do you guys think? Is there ever a situation where it's okay to charge your friends for dinner? Let me know in the comments because I need to know if I'm the crazy one here. Story 2. The baby name theft. Moving on to our second story, which is even more personal. This one is from r/-just-no-mill, and it involves a level of family betrayal that is hard to even process. The user says, "I am currently 8 months pregnant with my first child, a baby girl. This is a very emotional time for me because my grandmother, who was my best friend, passed away last year. My husband and I decided to honor her by naming our daughter Eloanne. It's a very rare old name and it means the world to me. We made the mistake of sharing the name with my mother-in-law during a family dinner. She didn't say much at the time. She just got very quiet. Well, 2 weeks later, my sister-in-law, who is my husband's younger sister, announced her pregnancy on Facebook. She is also having a girl, and she is due 2 weeks before me. In her announcement, she wrote, 'We can't wait to meet our little princess, Eloanne.' I was in total shock. I called my mother-in-law and she admitted that she told the sister the name. Excuse was that the sister is the favorite child and she deserved a beautiful name. She even told me that since the sister is giving birth first, she has, quote, first dibs on the name, and that I need to find something else because it would be confusing to have two kids with the same name. Okay, let's take a second to talk about the audacity. First dibs? On a baby name? This isn't a parking spot at the mall. This mother-in-law intentionally took a deeply personal, sentimental name from one daughter-in-law and gave it to her favorite child just to be spiteful. The Reddit comments were absolutely on fire for this one. User MamaBear1 said, "This is a declaration of war. Change your baby's name and don't tell a single soul until the baby is born. Cut them off and let them find out on social media." Another user named Petty Expert suggested a different approach. Keep the name Elawan. When the sister-in-law complains, just tell everyone that she loved your idea so much, she decided to copy it. Make it very clear to the whole family that she is the copycat. I honestly think the second option is the best. If you change the name, the mother-in-law wins. She gets to control you. But if you keep the name, you are honoring your grandmother, which was the whole point. Imagine the family gatherings, though. Two little girls named Iloan. Oan, named after a beloved grandmother, and the other named after a thief. I would never let my child play with that sister-in-law's kid and the mother-in-law. Sorry, but she would be banned from the delivery room in my house. If you can't respect a simple boundary like a baby name, you don't deserve to be a grandmother. What would you do? Would you keep the name and deal with the drama? Or would you pick something new just to have peace? Story 3. The Accidental Millionaire. Finally, we have our last story of the day, and this one is a massive moral dilemma. It's from the Confessions subreddit, and it is about a mistake that changed someone's life overnight. The user writes, "I work in the back office of a very large international bank. About 6 months ago, I was checking my employee stock and savings account. I'm supposed to have about 10 shares of company stock. But when I logged in, I saw 10,000 shares. I thought it was just a visual bug and that it would be fixed by the next morning. It wasn't. A few weeks later, the company paid out its quarterly dividends. Because the system thought I had 10,000 shares, I received a massive dividend payment. I woke up on a Tuesday morning and saw $85,000 sitting in my personal checking account." He goes on to say, "I didn't report it. I moved the $85,000 into a high-yield savings account that is not connected to my main bank. I've been earning about $400 a month in interest alone. I am using that money to pay my rent, and I haven't touched the original $85,000. It's been 6 months, and no one from the audit department has contacted me. I feel like I'm playing a dangerous game of chicken with a giant corporation. Guys, can you imagine the stress? Every time an email from HR or the finance department hits your inbox, your heart must stop." One user in the comments, who works as a bank auditor, gave a very scary warning. He said, "Delete this post immediately. Banks are incredibly slow, but their audits are perfect. They will eventually find the missing 10,000 shares, and when they do, they will trace the dividend. They won't just ask for the money back. They will take it from your account without warning. And if the money isn't there, they will file criminal charges for theft." But another user had a more chaotic piece of advice. He said, "Keep it. If they find it in a year, give back the 85,000, but keep the interest. Tell them you thought it was a bonus, and you didn't check your statements. They can't prove you knew it was a glitch." I don't know about that one. Dealing with a bank is like dealing with the government. They always get their money in the end. But the temptation is so real. $85,000 could pay off a car, a student loan, or be a down payment on a house. Could you live with the guilt? Or more importantly, could you live with the fear of being caught? This guy is basically living on a ticking time bomb. I think I would be too scared to spend even $1 of that interest. Anyway, that is all for today's marathon of Reddit drama. Which of these people was the most entitled? Was it Lydia with her $50 pasta, the mother-in-law who stole the baby name, or our accidental millionaire friend? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Don't forget to like this video if you want more long-form Reddit stories, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a wild update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.